right, y'all, so we here, we got the rods out, we got to get these daddies set up because it's about to be an epic party. Yeah. Y'all know the last time I was here I was catching the white perch, right? So there's a big chance that we're gonna catch white perch again, but we're gonna try to do something a little bit different. So what the difference is we're going to be using these things right here. These are called ChumPods, precision chumming, and like on the cover of this thing you can see that it's attracting many different species of fish. So I think that we're going to have a blast with these. I'm going to try to just leave one rod alone and just put worm on it, and with this one, since we have a real decent Aberdeen hook right here, nice enough to catch a big carp and pull that sucker in, nice enough to catch a channel cat and pull them in, nice enough to catch a small white perch and bring them in, and we're going to do it with these things right here. So I'll be hooking up a night crawler to this hook and then connecting the ChumPod to it and giving a nice little toss. I don't want to toss too far, but I think we can have some fun with these things. I mean, hey, all we got to do is just give it a shot. Stay tuned and I'll show y'all how I do this. All right, so here we have us a green night crawler. Y'all can see that pretty good, I'm pretty sure. So we have us a green night crawler, and we're gonna just pierce a little bit of it. We don't wanna, you know, stuff it crazy, if you get where I'm coming from. So we're gonna put just a little segment on there, just like this. We're gonna leave a little tag in on there. You can see, if you can see some of the green stuff on my finger, we're gonna just leave that like that. Then what we're gonna do is take one of these ChumPods out. Let's get this ChumPod out. I think this ChumPod is gonna be like my lifesaver for me throughout the year. I think it's gonna be like something that's gonna really, you know, intrigue me. I think it's gonna be a work of a miracle. Okay, so here we have the hook. So, you know, when I went to the catfish conference, I seen these, I was very intrigued, and I seen what it can do. And, you know, through some of the demonstrations, they told me I can just hook it right here at the corner of this little plastic right here, just like that, and give it a toss. Now what happens is, it's like Tide Pods. Once you put it inside the water, it'll dissolve and then it'll start attracting fish. It's just like fish pellets, but it's real fishy. So let's get this out here with a nice little toss. Don't want to toss too hard. And she's out there. Just that simple. And we also have this rod right here. We have the GX2 rod right here, which is always one of my favorites when it comes down to multi-species fishing. And I also have to do some reviews on some new product, man, that I got in the mail, so that's coming soon. So it's a lot of stuff going on this year. I think this year is going to be a blast. Like I said, I'm gonna, you know, come at you a little bit more harder. I'm gonna have more videos posted. I don't care if I have only 10,000 subscribers with 175 videos posted this year. I do not care. This is what we're gonna do. So this rig is just as simple. Y'all know how I do it when I'm catching white perch and all this other stuff. All I do is just put two little small sinkers at the bottom, or one, come up just a couple inches, and right there by the bottom of that sinker, just put another Aberdeen hook right there, the same size. It's just nothing. It's like a three-way rig or a modified Kentucky rig, you know. And what we're gonna do with this rig is just absolutely the simplest thing we can do possible, and that's just stick a night crawler on there, a green one to be exact. Oh, it cut off. The rod with the ChumPod got the bite first. Oh, I would have loved to see. Oh man, that's some hater stuff. Okay, we still got the night crawler on there though, but see, and here's the thing. I had this rod, threw this rod right in front of me that's in the water right now. Uh-oh, I'm getting a bite. It's just now got a bite. Ain't that weird? Yes. Got him. Fish on. Wow. So the ChumPod got a bite way before this did. I had to throw two ChumPods out before I even got a fish on, but this one just got a bite as soon as I turned the camera on. So that ChumPod, and this is your white perch. Look at that. Oh man, dude, I think we're gonna have fun. Them ChumPods. So what I'm basically, let me get clean again because I got excited. I threw this rod out first, the Team Catfish rod with the ChumPod and a night crawler. It was getting hit after hit after hit, takedown. I come to reel it and I ain't catch them. But here's the thing, that rod been out there more than once because they've been tearing up my worm and the chum that's coming from the pods. And I know it works better than just a night crawler because soon as I threw it out there, there were so many pecks and different, ain't no telling how many fish was biting on that from under there. And this just now got a bite. This was out here the whole time and just now got a bite. So with that being said, I think the ChumPods might be the thing, bro. I'm getting real excited about this. Add on, I don't really think I need to for real. But you know what? Just for safe measures, we'll do so just so that we can kind of attract the fish a little bit more. We don't want a little piece. Sometimes they kind of go for them little bigger night crawlers. Cause you gotta understand, it's like throwing, when you're dealing with white perch, man, it's like throwing it's like throwing a night crawler to an Oscar, bro. They go crazy. As soon as they see that worm, they just going peck, 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 peck. So let's get this back out here. Bam, he's out in the water. Sit that down, and we got to get that ChumPod back out there, man. That right there gave me goosebumps right there. Ooh, and if you smell it, I can see why fish might like this stuff. So let's get this back out here. 1, 2, 3. It's simple to hook. That's how I'm doing it. Once you get it out there, it's gonna, like, the pod itself is gonna have like this like melting effect. It's gonna dissolve once it hits the water. I don't need to throw it too far. Right about there, bam, I just seen the fish jump up. And one thing about Bay Shore is you could possibly catch any kind of fish out here. Don't get it twisted. You know what, I know these ChumPods are working due to one fact. I may catch the fish on this rod, but that one's getting bite like 100 times more than this rod. And I could probably see why that's being, because with all that chum in the area, they just picking it till they get the worm in their mouth. And I think it's stirring up the area because I'm kind of throwing in the same vicinity. So I'm thinking that this is really exactly what's popping off. I can't wait to try these in small ponds and smaller lakes and rivers and stuff to see exactly, you know, what we can get down with. I mean, I think this is going to be something serious this year, man. I missed another fish. Oh man, dude, this ChumPod, dude, what is that? Dude, this getting bit so much more than, dude, look at that. That's why the worm is getting annihilated. They is tearing whatever bait I has to offer down there. That is crazy, dog. If a fish can pull a team catfish rod all the way down the way it's been pulling, then it's got to be probably carp, like catfish eating all on the other bait and missing my hook. Like I said before, I don't know if you know my term. It's almost like Russian roulette. You just bite until you get that spike. Have you ever heard of those Russian roulette Doritos? Yeah, it was always that hottest one that was in a bunch of, you know, regular flavors and stuff like that, and then you wouldn't know until you actually bit into it. Oh snaps, y'all, look at that. I dissolve one with my wet hand. I'm weak. So with that being said, I gotta throw this out. Look at that. That lets you know it works. Look, I just did that with my bare hand. So I'm feeding the fish. ChumPod away. Bam, right there, right where I want it, right in the heart of all this mess. Here we go. What is this? Oh Jesus, it's not a little fish. And this ain't even on the ChumPod. Oh God. Oh shoot, let me loosen up this drag because I don't want to lose this fish. Uh-oh. This feels like a channel cat. There's a lot of frantic moving there. Let's see what we can get. Ooh, I might have to get my scale. See, when you're dealing with a smaller rod like this, the fight is always going to be more intense than what it actually is. So I do have my scale here just in case he is a nice fish. And I also have my net, because you don't want to deal with a fish, you know, that's of decent size in front of all these rocks. It's just not going to be a good look. It's time to stop messing around and try to open up this net. I got to open up this net. Ooh, he's still fighting me. Look at that. So I got the net open, so that's good. Now I got to step up a little bit closer. Look like a dang on large bullhead, but I know he's not that. That'd be epic if that was like the world's largest bullhead. At least one of them. Oh, there we go. Got him. Woo. Nice channel cat. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. Finally got the catfish out. Look at that thing. That thing looks nice. So I got to make a careful step because, you know, when you're dealing with rocks, you got to always watch your step because it can be dangerous. But look at that. That's a juicy little channel cat right there, man. Wow. Let's get him back in the water. Gonna give him a nice little I got splashed. My GoPro did too. But all right, y'all, let's get this thing back out here. Y'all stay tuned, see what we can get. The ChumPods getting the most bites, and I'm just not landing the fish on them, so I'm starting to believe that it's smaller fish getting to that bait. I really believe that it's possibly white perch, and I think it's tons of them. Sometimes you do got to kind of be real quick with the bite when it come down to white perch, because they really like to, you know, work at that bait like really tough. All right, here we go. Oh, no fish. Oh, yes I do have a fish on, and it is a whoa, Jesus, a big old white perch. Look at that, using the ChumPod. See, oh, there we go. He got off on his own. Let's get him off the ground though, because we need to get him inside this bucket. See now what that ChumPods is doing, I think they really attracting the white perch a lot. I think it's like giving them something they probably can eat on, and I think that's what they like. It's like fish food. We have one down there, as you can see. Now we on our second one. I think it's gonna be a good day, man. Caught us a decent channel cat, but that wasn't on ChumPods. I just think that we already got the signification that there's multiple species out here, and I had to start me a little fire over here because it got a little bit too cold on me. All right, we got another fish over here. There we go. What is this? It feels fighting strong. Yikes. Another white perch. You know what? I didn't got the white perch started on both rods. Look at that. Look at that. I had at least caught a catfish. Oh, come on. Out of all the ways you could have got bit, you get bit. You bite the hook this way. Oh, come on, dude. Boy, these fish be doing the craziest. They be getting hooked the crazy. There we go. Got one. All right, so let's throw this same wasteland out here. The ChumPod is definitely getting bite. We have a small little fire over here. There we go. I got to get it to catch though. It's not really catching good, so I got to find like other little small sticks and stuff that'll get this fire going. All right, here we go. I think we got a fish on. Got him. Got him, yes. Off the ChumPod. Well, he's not technically off the ChumPod. He's just off the bait that I have. Oh, snaps, what is this? I'm bullying him, man. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Channel cat. I'm thinking it was a big old, oh, you see. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Look what that ChumPod be doing. Attracting these catfish to bite also. Look at that. Got them. They falling sucker for the ChumPod, channel cat, and white perch. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. He's on the smaller side. I would keep him, but by the time I put him in that bucket, he'd just fill it up. But I'll take white perch home instead. Look at that. Woo! There we go. All right, y'all, we got a fish on, and it is a white perch again. Look at that, a monster white perch. Look at that. And I'm using the ChumPod. The ChumPod seems to be actually a little effective, believe it or not. It's stirring up a lot of commotion down there. Look at that. Bam. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Look at that thing right there. Woo. All right, let's see what else we can get. We got a fish on, and it looks like it could be a white perch. Look at that. He's soaring in. Whoa, he's fighting hard. Look at that. I just caught a couple channel cats too, decent sized ones. I have to actually keep this night crawler on there because it's actually some good. Don't want to waste bait. And they green night crawlers, by the way, so all that green stuff that's coming out of them is attracting too. All right, we got another one on. Look at this. With all these white perch biting, man, should be a good old day. Look at that. Come on, get up here. Stop acting tough. Look at that. Man, that's a slab. That's a slab right there, boy. These gotta always go in the bucket. I don't care what nobody say. These gotta go in the bucket at all times. The last 2 times I was here, I had caught a total of like 50 something. Or maybe it might have been like 30. No, I'll take that back. I caught 24 one day, 28 the other day. So yeah, definitely. Definitely caught about 50 something. I always like to keep my rigs closer, like especially when I'm dealing with like a 3-way rig. I always like to keep that bait closer to the sinker, because I realize perch do like to eat lower to the bottom, only because they like to eat eggs and other small critters. So that makes, you know, it only makes sense to actually have it on the bottom. All right, I think we got a catfish on. I think we got a catfish on this time, and I got 10-pound test on this. This is my Ugly Stick GX2 rod with the Black Max Abu Garcia spinning reel. So that means I got to get the net and hole. So look, that's how we got to play the game. We got to play it right. Stuff is a little difficult when you by yourself. Huh. All right, we have them. Woo! Hey, it's fun fighting them on light tackle, I tell you that now. Got it out with ease. Look at that. See, y'all know I ain't tripping. Look at that. Got that hook out with ease. So I want to respect my gear and move it out the way. That way we ain't having no confusions and kicking over stuff. Look at that. And there you have it. Slimy hands. We got to check that that night crawler there. He might have destroyed that thing. All right, we got another fish showing, and it looks like it could be another white perch, which is also great. Look at that. Ooh, boy, this thing fighting the mess out of me. Get your butt up here. Where you think you going? Look at that. Look at that there. Ha ha. Don't y'all love when y'all come on my live and see actual fish? See, we ain't just talking around here. You know what I mean? I mean, like, I ain't trying to be like, dude, I take white perch over a lot of fish, man. This is some good eating right here, dude. And a lot of people want to say it's trash fish. Did you know that almost 100% of their diet is actually eggs? This is why they invasive here, because they destroy the eggs. But, dude, all they do is eat different types of worms, snails, and all types of crazy stuff. Like, they will not eat, like, off the bottom, like garbage. They will prefer to eat actual eggs over anything. And all you hear people say is, oh, that's a trash fish, they nasty, they this and this and that. A lot of this information is always given, you know what I'm saying? I mean, one thing I learned in life is we have the freedom of information, man. Sometimes you gotta get out there and read. All right, here we go. So we got this hook on here. Let's try to get another night crawler on here. You know, we want to stay proactive. I think I might have messed up my throw with that ChumPod, because I think I got ahead of myself and start reeling in a little bit too much. So I gotta throw that back out there and get things cracking again. What I'm about to do is stop using the ChumPods. I just wanted to see if they were actually working. I have to admit, they actually do work. They actually work better than I thought they were. I could tell that when I threw out there that there was actually like little bites, and a bunch of them and a bunch of them and a bunch of them, which gives me signs that there's a lot of bait fish or fish biting on that chum. And yes, it's like Russian roulette. Once the chum is like down near the hook, it's like bam, you know, you're surprised. You know, I could kind of like deal with the ChumPods a little bit more. It's kind of rough trying to deal with the ChumPods when it's cold, and that's not the ChumPod fault. It's just like when you're cold, your hands kind of get numb and you can't really determine if they wet or not. And then you got to keep looking at your hands and stuff. All right, so I decided to take the ChumPods off. We're going to use them another day, but yes, they do work. It is a good thing for me. I actually like them a lot, and I can't wait to use them in small ponds and lakes. When we come out here the next time, it's going to be a lot warmer, and I can really justify what's going on out here a lot better.